as you say, it's been a really positive window for you in difficult circumstances. Is that you done for incomings now?
Yeah, there was one or two other positions that we like to have added in, but I think the market this period now will be difficult for us. So I wouldn't anticipate any more coming in, but you never know. But until this point, like I said, we wanted to bring in quality, and that was always our measure. And I'm absolutely delighted with the players that we have, and if we don't bring anyone else in, it's a terrific squad and another improvement to our squad going forward.
You lost Ben Chilwell, but you've gained Castagna, Fofana and Under there that we've talked about. How much stronger is the squad as a whole, do you think, now than it was before? And how pleased are you overall with the window, would you say?
Well, I'm absolutely thrilled with what we've done. Like I said, Lee and his team have been exceptional in their work, and over this last year, the numbers of players that they've looked at, and of course our market is different. But yeah, absolutely delighted. Quality was going to be important, not necessarily the numbers. I had an idea what I wanted numerically, but of course it was really about the quality. And those three players, 2 signings and a loan, will definitely improve us.
Good man. Finally from me, top of the table, 100% start. That's a better start than even when Leicester won the title, Brendan. I'm sure you'll love me throwing that fact at you. But look, you'll understand there's an excitement amongst the fans. And do you share that excitement about what's achievable this season?
Well, if you come back to me with 3 games to go and we're in the same position, then of course I'd be a tad more excited. It's still very early, as I said, but you'd rather start, and we probably couldn't have started any better. What I've been really, really pleased with is the levels of our performance and the types of performances that we've had. Against the likes of West Brom, a newly promoted team, we had to be patient in the game, and then our speed and quality came through in the second half against Burnley, which is always a tough game, different type of game. You got to be physical and deal with everything that Burnley pose you in the game, and we came through that. And then we go to an incredible team in Manchester City, play a slightly different way to how we want, and despite people looking at it as a counter-attacking performance, none of our goals were counter-attack. They were obviously penalties that were no debatable penalties with handballs. They were great bits of play, and the goals that we scored came from pressing and came from playing through Manchester City's press. So yeah, it's great. It shows me the evolution in the team and the maturity that the players are gaining with the concepts and how we're working, and that at this stage is the most pleasing. So we know there's a hell of a long season to go, but it's been a great start for us, but a long way to go.
We've watched over the years a number of young players from Leicester go on to the England internationals. Just working alongside that England squad, how much confidence could it give Barnes ahead of this season and beyond?
Yeah, I think it's a great boost for him. He's going to walk into the changing room there on Monday, and he'll be around a lot of very gifted players. But I know a number of the boys in that England squad, and the likes of Jordan Henderson. Jordan's an amazing captain and leader, and he'll look after Harvey, and boys like Raheem and these guys, Harry. They're all really good guys, and so he'll go in. He'll know Ben as well. So it's something that I think will play him with that level of player, of course, and players from different clubs will help him. But he knows he can go in and play with confidence because he's, like I said, he's started the season so well.
I can't imagine the confidence going into this game against West Ham, but just tell me how good everything's been on the training ground since that win at the weekend.
Yeah, well, I think you obviously, because we're playing Sunday, the players had a couple of days off. They had Monday, Tuesday off, so to enjoy it, it was a great victory. And when you play in the big games and you have a big performance, then of course it's nice. But as soon as we got back in Wednesday and then reviewed the game, we looked at areas where we can be better in, and then the focus is then on West Ham. So it was a great win. but you got to move on very quickly.
And what do you think of West Ham as a team? Certainly, they were pretty unlucky against Arsenal the week before. Fans have been upset, I think, about players not coming in, etc. But it's that fantastic win over Wolves. Things don't seem kind of doom and gloom there, as some might hit things.
No, I'm very, very confident that the longer David and his staff, were there, Alan and Stuart, the longer they're there, then the more they grow, because David's a proven manager. Alan and Stuart around him are fantastic coaches, and once they can get the teeth into the group and a consistent group and get that organisation and get the template of how they work, then West Ham, I'm pretty sure, will continue to grow. And like you said, the Arsenal result was unfortunate. They played very, very well in the game, difficult to beat, and then they got speed and on the counter attack, guys that are a threat. And then against Wolves, like you say, it was a fantastic result. Wolves that don't concede many goals, and to win 4-0 will be a huge shot of confidence for them. So yeah, they'll come at the weekend with a plan, and they've got threats that we have to be ready for.
And just finally from me, great news today with Wesley Fofana joining the football club. Are you expecting him to make an instant impact this season, or do you think it will take a little while for him to get to grips with the Premier League?
It just depends. All players are different. Sometimes it takes a little bit of adaptation for players. But I think his game, his natural profile as a player, will suit how we play. He's very dynamic. He's super quick. He's aggressive in his defending. So I think the football aspect I think he'll adapt quickly too. But if he doesn't, it's okay. He's still very young. But there's a life adaptation as well. He's coming from a different country and different cultures. The beauty of it is he'll come into here. There's a lot of French-speaking players that are here, but of course we want him. He'll be straight onto his English lessons and looking to develop that side. So yeah, but I'm really, really excited to work with him, because he's a big talent, and even though he has not so many games, he plays the game with great maturity, and one that we can look forward to developing over these next couple of years.